Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on the zone. Mr. Dave Allen joins me. How are you, mate?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Massive weekend across the sport. Obviously a busy week on the media front for you. You spent the week with the Talk Sport boys, and it looked like you had a lot of fun, to be fair.
Yeah, it was good. I've done nothing but talk for the last 6 weeks or something. I'm getting sick of sounding my own voice. I'm not. This is my last interview I'm doing, actually. Did you know? But I couldn't say no to you, obviously.
Is this it until fight week?
That's,
Next Dave Allen fight week?
I won't be doing nothing but my YouTube or like, unless it's talk sport or something like that. I won't be doing anything really because I've done nothing but talk. Do you know what I mean? I know, and I know it as well. I'm very self-aware and conscious, but yeah, I had a good week actually. I had a good week. I really enjoyed it. I had the best seat in the house, to be honest. Well, maybe the fifth best. Barker, Adam Smith, Frampton. There was a row in front of us, but it was unbelievable. I've never been to Wembley before. Um,
You've been to Wembley before?
Never been to Wembley before. Never been to a boxing show that mag. You know what? I've been to big fights and stuff, but I've never been. That was the main event. Blew me head off, to be honest. Um, Fireworks and that went out at the top of Wembley. I thought, bloody hell, this is mad this. So, yeah, I enjoyed it, yeah.
Yeah, it was. It did feel just huge, and rightly so as an undisputed heavyweight world title fight. Look, it's late, so we might as well jump in and dissect things a bit. You've done a couple of post fights. I've heard a few opinions of yours, so I'm just going to jump straight in with: were Daniel Dubois' corner detrimental on Saturday night? I know that's quite a hard first up question, but
Do you know what? I think you could have got Freddie Roach, Manny Stewart, Eddie Futch, got them all in corner. It would have made a blind bit of difference, to be honest. But that don't mean that that it's not wrong what happened. That doesn't mean that it needs addressing moving forward. Because in another fight, I hear people say, "Well, it worked in a past fight. Maybe another fight. Apparently, his dad had a word with him and he won or something. I'm not sure, but it's definitely detrimental. Yeah, if his dad wants to do the talking, go and get your trainer's license and go and get in the ring with him. Do you know what I mean? If they're not happy with Don Charles, go somewhere else then. If you're not happy with the instructions he's giving, if he can't get Daniel's attention, so while I don't think Dubois would beat Usyk with anyone in the corner, whoever was in the corner, it still wasn't right, and it still needs addressing moving forward. I think.
do you see a man who's fighting for those around him and not himself at times?
Do you know what? I don't know, Daniel. I looked on Instagram the other day. If we ever spoke before, I messaged him in 2020 when Joyce stopped him. I actually messaged him after the fight. A really nice, supportive message that's never been read. I thought, wow, what nice one. Um, but you know what? He seems nice. He seems really happy-go-lucky, and he just seems to enjoy life. Really, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think you have to question his why. We all have our whys why we box, and I think his maybe a bit of me feels like he doesn't do it for himself. It's not for him. Um, I've got a why. My why now is for my kids. It's a financial thing. People say to me like, "Well, you jacked it a few times," and I said, "Yeah, but this it's not about me. It's about Daniel Dubois, and I'm giving you my opinion on Daniel Dubois. I don't think he's in love with the game. I think he does it because he's good at it, and I think he's trying to please other people, and he's done fucking really well. And I think anyone by Usyk, it's difficult to get to outside Daniel Dubois. Very difficult because he's such a good athlete. He's so strong. He hits so hard. He has a good engine. But if you do get topside of him, it seems to unravel pretty quick. So I don't know. He's still a relatively young man. If we're talking life, if we're talking, I didn't mature till I was 30. To be honest, I'm still not that mature now. But I don't know really. It's difficult. I'm not calling for him to retire. I'm not saying he should retire or like past his best or he's. I'm just saying like he's got loads of money. He's sat it out 3 times. Does he really need to keep doing this? Because it's not good, really. It's not nice. I've been there myself. Horrible feeling. And Daniel really was waiting for the end. I felt like he was swinging with his chin in the air. And I thought, mate, I thought it was a bit like he's looking, he wants the end. And when you're looking for the end in a boxing match and you're not bothered if it's the end and you're losing at the end, that's when you've got a bit of a problem, I think.
Have you seen these rumors about the party that happened at
Yeah,
some
I've seen it.
bar
Yeah,
room
mad. Yeah, mad.
in the afternoon of the
I
fight?
don't, yeah, if that's true, then like I said, changes have to be made. Yeah, there's loads of things I would like to say, not say, but question. Loads of things, but it's not my place really. So I think a lot of people have the same thought process in me, but it is what it is. It's an internal thing for him, his team, and his family, and that ain't my business. But yeah, seeing that, and if it's true, then yeah, not good.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some footage, and I will say I filmed Dan walking in, and he was wearing that same green top. I mean, he's probably got a washing machine at his house. It's not to say it weren't from a different time, but I see some
Yeah.
Jordan say this, and again, I don't want to fire questions that make it look like I'm trying to be difficult, but there was a rumor that he might have asked his dad about, oh, can I leave this gathering to get some space? If there's a 27-year-old asking his dad if he can leave, is there some form of
Yeah, again, it's an internal issue, it's a family issue, and not one that I would want to stick my nose in. Really, again, it's an internal thing. Someone who really has to take control of it. If that is indeed possible, as it is a family thing. So it's not something I can really comment on, but hopefully, no, it's not something not something really I'd be comfortable commenting on. It's a family matter, and it'll have to get sorted internally.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I know a few people have said that, well, they've used the quit word. I know you said you felt like he might have not wanted to be there as such.
Yeah.
A bit of, is there like fine line levels between, I guess, using the word quit and someone perhaps not wanting to be in a certain situation? I know you said how you felt in that moment.
Well, you can put it in loads of different ways, but the top and bottom is he quit. Again, I've quit. Again, much better fighters than I have quit. Roberto Duran quit against Leonard, um, who I think is one of the greatest fighters of all time. So I think yeah, that it was too much for him. I think emotionally it was all too much for him. I think his emotions got the better of him. Physically, I think he's unbelievable, isn't he? He's a beast of a man. Like so fit, strong, fast. He'd probably do anything. But emotionally, I thought as soon as he got in the ring, I looked at him and I thought, you poor, poor fella. Do you know what I mean?
You think? Because I
He
think
looked like it was all a bit too much for
I
him.
thought he looked like he was pumped and ready to go, like he
He
was
was blowing.
attacking.
He was blowing. He was blowing. He got in the ring. He was blowing. He was nervous. He was. I looked at him and I thought, I don't begrudge you. I won't mind 50 million quid, but I won't want to be feeling what you're feeling right now. So I felt for him. Yeah, I think what he did quit. The top and bottom is he quit. That's the top and bottom. You have to whichever way you look at it, he quit because he looked for a way out. He could have continued. I think if you can continue and you choose not to, it's a quit in it. Whatever way you look at it. But for me, like I feel for him. I feel for him. Yeah, I feel for him. I think his emotions got the better of him. He just wanted out of there ASAP. He just wanted that fight over. And a lot of that comes down to Oleksandr Usyk's greatness. But these things that are coming out now, you think, oh, bloody hell. Poor young man, do you know what I mean? Under a lot of stress.
Yeah, if we take away the stuff that we've seen since the fight, what do you make of the team's approach to try and, I'll say, get under Usyk's skin? Fury's the master of it, and he didn't manage to twice, but they look like their intention was, let's try and make Usyk kind of feel like he's been backed up a little bit.
They wanted to get into a fight with Usyk. After the fight, Daniel said, "Oh, all I did was I just wanted to fight. I wanted to fight. All I did was fight, and that's all he did. He just walked after him in a straight line, trying to hit him. With no boxing included. He never cut the ring off. His hands were in the wrong place. They sent him out there to fight. Said, Daniel, get near him and lay your hands go. And I think that was the only instruction, to be honest, from what I saw. I thought Daniel Dubois was technically awful on the night. The game plan was non-existent. He was poor, really. And people can say what they want, but you're asking me a question. I'm saying exactly what I think. So I'm not having to go at anyone or trying to belittle anybody or Daniel or anyone. But it was a really poor performance from him. And again, because I'm not privy to what goes off in the team internally, I can't tell you why. But he was poor. There was seemingly no game plan or Daniel. It looked that way with how he performed. I was next to the corner. His old man was shouting the instructions.
What
At the end of
instruction?
round one, the end of round one, Daniel's head was out. Don was talking to him, and I like Don a lot, and I respect him. Daniel turned his back on Don to look at his dad outside the ring, who was screaming double jab right hand. He couldn't even land one jab, never mind fucking turn the right hand. Good, people said to me, someone said in my Instagram comments yesterday, that's the right instruction. How is it? Can't hit one jab. He was throwing a jab, right? He was throwing an orthodox jab in the orthodox stance. All Usyk was doing was parrying it and stepping to the outside, right? Fair enough, once or twice. That happened to my fight once or twice. I said, cut the ring off, step to your left. Step to the left and make him come back the other way. Or at least make him work hard to get out of the fucking way of it. Towards our right hand, you can't even land one jab. What about Daniel? Step to your left or step to your left twice, cut him off, make him go the other way, then throw your double jab. You can't land one punch, so why are you telling him to throw three? It was mental, really. I'm watching it, and you know what? They're under a lot of pressure. I don't begrudge. I didn't begrudge them because it's a really hard thing. Like the biggest fight I've been involved is the European title fight. Been involved in some other fights. They're meaningful to me. Do you know what I mean? But it's not 96,000 at Wembley. But listen to the instruction. I thought he can't land one. He's not landing one jab. Do you know what I mean? He has to go. He has to cut him off. He has to go to his left, bring Usyk onto his right hand, or at least he was giving Usyk an exit every time. Technically, I'm watching this fight and I'm thinking, this is Daniel looking poor. Looks like a big, strong man. And Daniel can really box. Technically brilliant ABA champion on the GB team. Really, really good. In the Nathan Gorman fight, it was brilliant. But Usyk made it look like a raw novice.
I was going to say just more on Usyk's brilliance, other than the stuff you've mentioned. What did he do to
Yeah.
make such a dangerous fight, even if Daniel wasn't at his best? What did he do to
Yeah.
make a dangerous fight look so simple?
Usyk's just so fit, you know. He's out of this world fit. The pace was high. I'm not sure on the TV and that if it looked it, but I'm ringside. Wow. He was at it, really at it, feinting, moving, shuffling himself side to side. He was slipping Daniel's jab, parrying it, pushing across, stepping to his right into space. As soon as he gets there, he's feinting. He's hitting Daniel with sharp jabs. Daniel didn't know he didn't know what day it was. Honestly, Usyk, the speed of Usyk is something else. You know, his feet, his hands, the speed of him slipping the jab, missing him by an inch. He's perfection, really. Like if Usyk was a 9 stone man, oh, you'd be the movement would be incredible. You know, he's 16 stone, so while he's unbelievably fast for a big man, like he's can you imagine? You know, like Lomachenko, really. Oh, I watched him and I just thought, wow.
Is
He
he the
just
best
like,
there's ever been? Is he the best there's ever been?
you know what? It's typical at heavyweight. He doesn't have the resume for me at heavyweight to be the best heavyweight of all time.
Is
Because he
that
only, I think he's,
fault of his own, fault of his era, in a sense?
no, you know what it is? He only has, I think he's had 8 fights maybe at heavyweight. Fury, Joshua, Dubois, that makes him the best of our generation. There, done. But them 6 wins plus Charles Witherspoon and Chisora, that don't quite put you above Ali with wins over Foreman, Frazier, Norton. You know, when he won the title back off Spinks, you got loads of other good wins in between. Does it put you above Lennox Lewis with wins over Tyson, Holyfield, you know, Morrison, Rudder? So his resume don't quite stack up to them guys, is what I'm saying. And he's not at fault for that. It's just spent a lot of time in the amateurs. His cruiserweight resume is unbelievable. Maurice Brady's, I think Maurice Brady's maybe his best win. Maurice Brady's is unbelievable. Oh, Maurice Brady's the most underrated fighter of the last
In
50
Latvia,
years.
in Riga.
Oh, I thought Brady's won on the night, I'll be honest.
Did
I
you?
remember watching it. I thought Brady's won. Maurice Brady's the most underrated fighter of the last 50 years. People will never understand how good Maurice Brady's was. Maurice Brady's unbelievable. It's a shame, really. But Gassiev, do you know what I mean? Like Usyk for me, a heavyweight, he's the best this generation. Definitely a top 10 heavyweight of all time. As a cruiserweight, he's a top, maybe the best cruiserweight. Even Holyfield, I think, between them two. So when you're a top 2 cruiserweight of all time, a top 10 heavyweight of all time, it puts you in the conversation. That's one of the conversations, one of the best of all time. You know, and that he's only number 2 and number 10 because he hasn't got the deepness of the resume. If we're talking talent and ability, I think he's up there with Robinson, Leonard, Duran, all of them. Yeah. It depends how you look at it. Looking at ability, wow, he's one of the best fighters there's ever been. But so is Lomachenko. But Lomachenko's got defeats because he boxed at lightweight when he was a featherweight. You know, Usyk hasn't quite got the depth to make him the greatest of all time, you know, with the wins and the longevity because he was the amateur, he was Olympic gold medalist. So hopefully this all makes sense. Hopefully. It makes sense, don't it?
It does make sense, but
So
you can't be at fault for the era that you're in. But I know what you mean. If you look at the depth of the
it's
like
the
Muhammad Ali
timing as well.
charisma,
Like he spent a long time as amateur. Do you know what I mean? If he sticks around and beats Parker Caballel, a Talma in 12, 18 months and a couple of others, then maybe. But he's already one of the best fighters of all time, yeah. For me, ability, definitely. But just in terms of a resume, we look at Ali, Lewis, and a few others. There was heavyweight boxers for 10, 15, or more years. The resume is so deep. But Usyk could have held his own with any of them. Definitely could possibly be them all as well.
yeah. I mean, he has nothing to prove. I hope he has one more to hit 25. It's a nice number, and hopefully it's Joseph Parker for me. But what about you and Parker? Both on
I
top
like
of
Parker. He's
each
a
other,
good
a little
guy, yeah.
selfie.
Seen Parker, seen Caballel, seen all the guys. Do you know what? I've seen some great heavyweights, and you know what? A few of them, like they knew me, and they were like they're telling me they're fans of me, and they're happy for me to win, beat Fisher, and this and that. And I thought, fucking mad, my life is mad really because I've had 33 pro fights, and I did that box fest thing, and the honest truth is, I don't see myself as any kind of like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just a guy, me, like I know I do the boxing and that, but I don't really feel any. I'm an average, very average person, and I'm doing this box fest thing. There's a big crowd, and then I've got champion boxers coming over to me, and they're coming over. To Kevin Lorena came over to me and knew my life story, and I'm just thinking, how the fuck do you even know who I am? And
I don't agree with
just
that though, Dave. I don't agree with
no,
you.
no, but that's how I feel. I genuinely feel that way. Like I genuinely feel that way. Like it's mad. I just
But it's the forget the boxing for a second. You just saying, "Oh, I'm just an average man." I don't think as a heavyweight boxer you are personally.
no, but like I just it was incredible. It was just incredible weekend for me. Really, really humbling in lots of ways, and just fucking mental. Really, my life. Like I felt like what? Like when I beat Brown and I lost the price and my career was done, and I retired. If I had a decent career, do you know what I mean? But like beating Fisher really just like took me to another level just in my life, and I just think, what a fucking lucky man I am. Really, do you know what I mean? Just can't believe it. But in terms of what's next, it won't be Parker. I think it's going to be Sheffield. Eddie's really pushing Sheffield. October in Sheffield. Well, tried to push it to September today. I said, fucking hell, Ed. No chance.
Needs to fill that September the
No
20th gap.
chance. Mate, I ain't fucking watching September. Fuck me. I want to be ready to watch in September. So, but yeah, he's really pushing hard for that. But could be the right opponent. Like, I've just beat Johnny Fisher. But again, I've had 15 rounds really in the last 6 years. Like, I don't want to be pushed into fucking mad fights. If I'm having a mad fight, give me mad money then. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel. But I'm getting paid mad money, but I'm ungrateful now because I've had money now, and you're offering the money now from. You know what I mean? Like life's forever ever changing. I'm really lucky, but sometimes you get selfish and ungrateful because you've had more. But one thing I can't do is watch September. I can't, mate. I fucking hell. I ate everything this weekend. So, but I started my diet today, back in the gym. So yeah, for me, I'm boxing October in Sheffield. It looks like I would guess I am. But if something big comes up, it's going to take it. But obviously, I changed my mind like I changed my underpants. So you just never know. Ask me tomorrow, and then you just don't know, do you?
Hmm. And I know you're probably the sort of person who changes their underpants every 3 or 4 days. Will you speak to
I've
Ben
changed
Shalom?
my Joe. I'm a clean freak. I know I look like a little scruffy bastard, but I am clean.
You always make out you're a scruffy bastard, though.
Hey, you know what? Like, we not changing. I change my pants all the time. Actually, I'm a sweaty guy, but I didn't change my boxers for like 8 hours. It would end up with severe chafing. So there's reasons why I change my pants all the time because I'm a bad chafer. Got thick thighs, man. Fucking rub together all the time.
And that's why you
Like,
can't fight in September.
I can't. How can I fight in September with chafing like this? I'm struggling to do anything.
Will you, I don't want to say will you speak to Ben Shalom, but will you say anything? Because by the way Eddie was talking in that interview, he done,
Ben Shalom messaged me the other day.
do you feel hard done by? If you're
No, not at all.
okay,
Ben Shalom messaged me the other day randomly.
what do you say?
Uh, about me chafing, actually, just about me chafing. He just says you need to try these boxers. Like you need to try these boxers. I said, "Oh, really? I've heard they're good." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, so I'll have a word with people who make him." So, "Oh, nice one, mate. Let me know." Yeah, message me right. Yeah, if he sees this, sort me out. chafing's bad. So yeah, Ben Shalom, you know what? I know him on and off for years. Like I've always seen him around and that. I think he's fucking quite funny, really. I find him he's funny, really. Well, I've
Yeah.
seen him. I
Yeah.
don't mind him at all. Yeah, like he's sound. Yeah, so Fraser Clark beat me, like, and he's got the nod. So I'm happy for Fraser and TKV, and we'll be British champion, and hopefully I can box it one day. But if I don't, and I end up with an house with fucking 4 bathrooms, and it is what it is. So whatever happens, happens, don't it? Like I can't really. I'm content with my life. I'm a bit ungrateful at times, anyway, as it is when I shouldn't be. So I can't really sit here and complain about not getting a British title fight. It is what it is.
Hmm. Just a quick one to finish off. We saw today that Johnny announced he split with Mark Tibbs. Just your take on that?
Yeah, I think he just wants something different. I think he just wants. He came up to Jamie's last week, did a bit of training with us, just to see me and do a bit of training with me, and pick. Jim's flying. I think just pick Jamie's brain and Nigel's brain, and I don't think he'd done any training for a while. Get back involved, and sometimes a change is good and it's necessary and it's needed. But I always say when people move trainers, proof will be in the pudding. Is it the right move? Is it not? You'll find out eventually. So. I only wish him the best. I like him a lot. He's my mate. He came up last week training with us. Wherever he goes, I wish him the best. So I don't know where he will go, but hopefully it's the right move. Yeah.
Would you train Johnny, or was it just the wrong point in your career? Because it's something
Well,
you do with some of the boys.
yeah, I'm a trainer. I train things. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I do. Just come back from the gym actually. I had Joe Alf and Joe Aiden sparring each other. I loved it. Joe Aiden bashed him up, didn't he, Joe? Mate, I'm not even lying. I said to Joe Alf, I said, mate, he got bashed up bad then. Nearly pulled him out after three. So I'm not even lying either. I thought it was terrible. Anyway, but Joe is a weight division bigger than him. But Joe's loving it. Joe's
I bet
smoking
he
over
is. I
it.
bet he
Loves
is. I
it.
can hear him giggling
Oh,
in the
mate,
background.
pinged him. Absolutely pinged him. He pinged him. Anyway, Johnny Fisher, yeah, I'm not sure where he'll end up, to be honest. Someone like Johnny Fisher, like, I don't know. The thing with me is I'm a young coach and that, so like it's not something like I'm not looking to coach anyone really. I don't look to coach anybody. Like, I never really have. Joe fell in my lap because Joe had one amateur fight and lost it, and his little brother came down messing about, and Joe turned up, and now he's 18 and as a pro. It just happened. Calvin, the same really similar situation. Like I never set out to be a boxing coach. And so yeah, I don't go around looking for him because I'm still a boxer. I'm a dad. I'm a boxer. I train these. You know, I work for Talksport. Come on, man, I'm everywhere. So I've got an idea where he'll end up. I think I know where he'll end up. And whatever he does, I wish him the best unless we box again for a third time. And then for 3 rounds or less, because that's all it'll take next time. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Um, I only wish him the best because he's a nice human being. He really is. And I think he will do well as well. I think he will. I think he will. If he what it is more important than the training is the matchmaking. If he'd have boxed me in 3 fights time, he could have beaten me. Could have had the improvement. Could have had the right matches. Got pushed and stretched a little bit and pushed a bit here and had the right sparring in between and stuff and could have beat me, but he got it wrong. So, but I do wish him the best because I do like him and he's capable of doing well. So. Yeah, I wish him good luck. I did train him for a week actually. Nearly fucking killed him. But fucking were knackered. So yeah, good, it was good actually. I enjoyed it.
But I was going to say, it actually did make my heart feel warm just seeing you two train together.
Oh mate, Joe Hayden battered him on patio and oh wow, God, nearly stopped Johnny Fisher on patio body
Did
sparring, didn't
he?
you? Yeah, him and Conor Walker between
But
them. Wow, hammered him.
how many knockouts has Joe got in his pro career?
Inspiring, he's got loads. He's like the welterweight Brian Bacoli. Not beats everybody for inspiring. Don't worry about it.
Oh, brilliant, Dave. I really appreciate your time. I'll let you go because it's late. You said this is the last interview you're doing until you're in camp for Wilder, Parker, Cabiel, Usyk, whoever it is.
Yeah, Usyk. I'm the man. I'm the man from these shows, yeah, to do Usyk. So when
How,
he wants it, yeah, let me know. I'll be there. You what?
how many years do you reckon until you could? Because I know you're an honest man, and I know I can
Yeah.
joke. How many years until you reckon that Usyk's yours for the taking?
Well, if I didn't age, if I just stayed at 33 forever, I reckon by the time he's like 52. Yeah.
On points.
But when he's 52, I would actually be 46. And me at 46 will be like the average 80-year-old. So yeah, definitely not then.